light that's on me. And you're like, what is going on? Well, today, we're going to berate Ryan.
Did you have name brand Nerf guns,
Oh,
you
look
son
at me.
of a
My name's
bitch?
Ryan. I had running water in my house. Woo-hoo. I didn't have to
We
take
had
a
an
shower
active
from
sewer
bucket.
system without a septic tank. Whoa.
Look at me. I had a room to all to myself with a door.
So this all started because I asked a question about a fucking trampoline, and these assholes
Did you
just
guys
started
do this with
berating
your
me.
trampoline too when you were
Yeah.
growing up? I had
Yeah.
7 of them.
No,
Thanks, Ryan.
I was a normal, poor piece of shit kid. I played in the dirt. I dug a hole underneath the trailer that we lived, and I pretended it was a spaceship.
I buttered plain bread because we didn't have a toaster, and that was a treat.
Yeah. I ate margarine. That was a treat.
When
We called it the
when the
yellow
gallon of
stick
milk got
fun.
halfway, we refilled it with water.
we had to freeze the milk that we bought on sale because they said, and by they I mean the abusive pieces of shit we had as adults in our home. So that it made sense. It's cost effective.
I wish I was
We
joking
freezed
about
it.
the watered down milk thing, but I'm not.
Dude, that's
No,
fucking
really.
disgusting.
Hey, this milk's on sale now. You just buy a bunch of it.
Oh my
and we'll freeze
God.
it.
Oh my
We got
God.
whole milk and we would drink half of it and then water it down because then it was like 2%.
Drinking
Bullshit.
fucking Titanic in a jug. That's the fucking misery.
Dude.
Ice cubes in your cereal.
Yeah.
Like this shit's normal. It's not. No.
Yeah, I've done cereal with water just because we didn't have milk and the food stamps aren't
Yeah.
coming in for another week.
Yeah. Yep.
So that's why you guys joined the army.
You know what?
Let me tell you something. If you've never gotten Marlboro Point gifts, then you, sir, have never known poverty.
The best day of the month was when we got to go to the food bank.
Fuck that. Savers, dog. It's like fucking rancid meat on sale for 70 cents. Get 2 packages.
It's just
As a child,
aged
you're like,
properly.
Meat's not supposed to have a green tinge to it.
These are all legitimate stories.
It's Morning Gems.
Unfortunately.
Shout out to the people that make the knockoff cereal. Morning Gems. Mwah, that's it's like cornflakes, except it takes 2.5 seconds to turn soggy.
If you're lucky.
It's like the moment you drop your fucking ice water into it.
Yeah, it's just 99% air, 1%
You can pour
corn.
it out and it's instantly soggy if you're at 70% or above humidity.
That's the fucking that's the world we're born into. That's, let me tell you, don't know much about trampolines, but I do know about killing your neighbor's livestock that runs away at night and makes its way into your dirty ass fucking trailer.
I have no shit ran into a cornfield that was across the road from my house to go take some ears of corn because we were too cheap to buy corn.
You were hungry.
Yeah, corn sounds great. I'll be right back. You know, and just
This ain't for human eating, boy. I'll be the judge of that.
he planted cotton. Damn it! You know, like-
What are you doing, Greg? Boiling cotton. You can't eat it. Not if you don't try.
Well, I'm glad this turned to be more about you guys than it. Than
Well,
it
no.
was
oh,
about
we're not
me.
done.
We're
We
not-
want to hear about
We're
yours.
not done. We want to hear about your childhood
Yeah.
now.
Man,
You got my coal mine?
No, but I did get my first truck when I was like 15.
Holy shit.
Wait, what kind of truck though? Because I got my first truck at about the same age.
Did you earn yours?
I mean, yeah. Like
I
my
didn't.
whole life was like you better do good or you're not getting that truck. And it was like, okay. You know,
Oh,
it was my
okay.
whole life.
That's- okay, so
was
that's-
depending on
that's
that truck.
comparable. I thought you were like doing child labor shit to afford it.
Oh yeah,
I
no,
did.
that's part of it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Tell us about that.
It was an 84 Ram, and I did enough work to get it, and it was beautiful, and I loved it.
I did too.
I would rather have an 84 Ram than
I worked my ass off
Frontier.
for this 94 Ford diesel. And when I finally had the money all paid off, because I was paying this son of a bitch, all my paychecks straight. And he said, hey, you got one more big pay and you got your truck. And I was like, oh man. By the way,
Gee willikers.
this didn't include the engine. 'Cause he had run the shit out of this truck, blew out the engine, and had me paying him for like fucking 2 years, like every little nickel I was able to make. Because, this stereotypically, I was a brown kid that was already working at 15 against the law in Colorado at Burger King, working night shifts, dude. I finally have all the money, and I pay him the last one, and I'm like, wow, you gotta help me get the engine right. He's like, yeah, we're gonna get it. I come home the next day after sitting in the truck pretending to I'm gonna be driving someday.
like a pod racer.
Yeah, this son of a bitch. That's how much of a fucking piece of shit he was. Son of a bitch sold it. Never gave me my money back.
Oh my God.
Yeah, dude. Piece of shit. And then this is also the person that's like super violent. So I'm like, yeah. I was wondering.
Well played.
Like, you're not getting your money back. Yep, right so, rightly so,
So mine wasn't, I will say mine wasn't that bad, but that 84 Ram was like my great grandfather bought it brand new in like 83, gave it to my grandfather, who then gave it to me. And then my mom sold it. And this thing was a good truck. It was in great condition. And I joined the Army. And then my mom verbatim was like, well, you're probably not going to be back, maybe ever. So you've got all this stuff here that, I just don't want to hold on to. And all my civilian shit, like every shirt, every pair of socks, fucking threw it all away. And then sold this 84 Ram that was in nearly mint condition, had like less than 50,000 original miles on it, right? It was well taken care of. She sold it for like $700 and then sent me like $300 and was like, well, you owe me money for something a few years ago. And she just kept $400. And I was like,
no, that's
cool.
That's
fucking cool.
Pretty fucked.
So,
yeah. I waited, it wasn't until my senior year in high school that I was finally able to save enough money to buy a car then.
I had to go to Iraq for a tour before I was able to do that.
Yeah.
Damn.
84 Cutlass Supreme.
You mean you didn't go straight to the dealership and get a 24% APR Camaro?
No. Surprisingly enough, that was one thing that I was like, don't do that. And I knew better.
Don't do that. Not a lot of
so
people.
I mean, I didn't do like much better. I bought a 90 YJ, like a Wrangler, and it ran, but then I ended up dumping like a shit ton of money into it. I bought it cash, so I had the title. It was all clean and everything. But, and then that was, that was beautiful after I was done with it. And then my first ex-wife decided to completely destroy that. So
damn,
that was also very cool.
Yeah, that was not very cash money ever.
No,
it was not.
No.
So what was your 8th vehicle, Ryan?
Yeah.
A Bugatti.
A Blue Gotti, actually.
A Blue Gotti.
Yeah. It was blue. It was a blue Bugatti, okay?
I can see
My father brought it home on freight.
I said,
David
Father
Ryan.
David Ryan. Oh.
Come here, son. Yeah, daddy.
I wanted a red one, and you bought me a blue one.
Dear. I'm sorry, son. Here, whip on this brown boy for me. That's the first time I met Ryan. That was also my side gig. That was Ryan stand-in for abuse. Hi, Mr. Ryan, David Ryan. Shut up, you. What's your name? Danny.
He asks your name and then says, I didn't ask. It whips you.
Jenny. You mean like with 2 N's?
No, just one. We
The
couldn't-
restaurant?
We couldn't
No,
afford to.
it's no uno.
No.
Ryan was proficient in both psychological and physical abuse at the same time.
You mean to
Mhm.
tell me you are so poor you can't afford 2 N's for your name? My God. My God, you're poor. Yes.
I'll give you extra whippings to compensate.
All right, come with me. Come with me.
Consonants cost extra.
You will now be my adventure companion. Is that agreeable? Yes, sir.
At least you got 2 L's in your last name.
I am flush with L's.
No, I grew up in the military life. My dad was in the military, so he definitely climbed up.
Yeah.
But having 4 kids in the military back then,
Oh, dude.
yeah,
Yeah.
it wasn't great. Like I'm told, I don't remember. So that's the thing, is my parents were very, very good at making those things, possessions, not that important, and making quality time and adventures together very important. So I had a good family through those times where we didn't have that much.
Yeah.
And then I got my own pool, and it was very cool to have your own pool.
I think
Yeah.
that's the most important thing, is having family that values like love and being there for each other and like quality time. Because I've seen friends that, they don't have all the money in the world. Their kids are a lot happier than the people that I see with tons of money and just throwing iPads at their kids, I can't throw money at a kid and think that it's going to be like the
No,
cure all.
no.
And then there's some kids that just didn't have either.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they grow up to be big pieces of shit like me.
No,
Incorrect.
look at you now, both of you. Look what
Because
look
we
what
have
you
you are
You
a
need
goal
money
for us.
or love.
look what you
But
guys could
don't have
do
either of
if
those.
you just suffer long enough.
Then when you can finally afford your own therapy, then things get better.
Yeah. Oh man.
But it's funny because like everybody that I know that grew up really lacking both love and like financial security, the first thing you do is you try to make up for all the shit you didn't have. I was like, no, I'm 28.
Yeah,
I don't
you
have
get
money.
impulsive as shit with
I'm
purchases.
buying Star Wars.
Mhm.
Yeah, like I've never
Yeah.
had this. I mean, Denny had a fully operational R2D2 at his apartment.
I did.
Yeah.
And then I left it on the beach when I was drunk. And I said goodbye
I remember
to it.
that.
Hey, man.
This isn't a joke.
No,
No.
Oh
dude, I
my
had a
god.
full operating, working
I
R2D2. And
He
when
would
I
never
was
bring it down to the pool when we had our pool
No.
parties. We tried.
I was very, very, very protective of R2.
Did you have that gigantic Millennium Falcon too?
Yep. One of the
Yeah.
most coveted Millennium Falcons.
See, the problem is if it's me and Denny and Eric, I know when the bullshit's coming because Denny's talking.
Yeah.
But when
Like
both
that.
of you are talking, I have no idea what's true or not.
I had the best fucking little fully automated. It would go on like security patrol. It fucking will.
Yeah, he was
it had
badass.
a little hand to hand you
What?
a beer. And
He was
in my
didn't he
most-
do voice shit
Fuck.
too?
yeah.
How
could
much
do-
did that cost?
That was
Enough.
a couple hundred.
Can we
It
get
was-
you another one now?
Nah,
You can't find him.
It's not needed.
Seriously.
But it was just one of those like
eBay,
you
maybe.
get
What
to
do
your
you
most
think it
destructive
is?
in life, and you're just like having this conversation with a robot that's not real, and you're like, hey man, you've been a good friend of me.
Yeah.
Okay.
You need to sit out on the beach. And this little robot, I'm just looking at, like, just one more. We need to part ways. Literally got fucking shit faced with my robot on one of the beaches out here in Destin. I was like, all right, dude, you be cool. Just walk off, and I left R2 on the fucking beach. And I just, like, I can only imagine just that little robot, just the sun setting and setting and setting.
Wait, 2 suns. Dude, did you cry for like 8 weeks?
No, it was time
Really?
to leave him.
He's ready to let go.
Dude, what the fuck?
I couldn't
Yeah.
afford the robot, so I went and rescued a dog and named him R2
Yeah.
at the same time.
Dude,
I
would,
mean, one's
I
a
would go on
one-time
road
purchase.
trips
The
and
other
have
one
R2
seems like
riding shotgun. Like, just because its little head rotated.
It did.
It would beep back if you were to put it on certain mode and you're talking like, that's right, R2, we're going to Missouri.
Dude, I don't see how you could ever leave that because it sounds wonderful.
Yeah. Well, you see, Ryan, when your life's toxic,
We feel like we don't deserve the nice things from time to time. So
wasn't
you're
the
like,
best
this
place.
is too good for me. I gotta let it go.
I wasn't living my best life. I just got back from a deployment. Life was a mess. I think the one thing, it's like the saddest thing too, is like I had that robot and I was going through my divorce and I was sleeping in my truck, my F-150 for like a few weeks. That little truck was on the passenger seat. As I'm like parking at Walmart, like, well, R2, look where we're at.
I'm gonna go in and get a 12-pack. You stay here and man the post.
This is the saddest story I think I've ever heard.
No, it gets worse because I was trying to save money, and it was October, and it was $5 foot long, so $5 foot long month. So at 7th group, the only thing we fucking have is at Subway. So I had half foot long for lunch, and then I wrap up the rest. And I'm like, well, here's dinner. Yeah, that was.
And he put it in R2's secret compartment.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. You're just like, R2, put this
shoving cold cut sandwiches in R2's little secret pouch. Keep it secure for me, buddy. Oh man.
I would go get taquitos from Taco Bell and shove them in his little lightsaber hole in the top.
It was such a clutch thing when like my team sergeant finally found out everything was going on. He's like, oh God, like, all right, cool. Let's just start sending you to schools because I don't know how to deal with you crying. It's like, all right, my life's falling apart. He's like, yeah, just go to school. So, like the answer to the machine when your entire life is falling apart is just like keep you busy as fuck.
Drink
so
water.
Just get the fuck out of here, dude. So I remember taking all my shit, like what little things I had, over to my buddy's house. I'm like, hey, I'm going to a school and then deployment. Can I just leave this here? I was like, yeah, dude, whatever, man. It's like, oh, but watch out for R2.
Dude.
He's my best friend.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Yeah, dude. That's but yeah, man, like those are the rough spots that people like, no one wants to talk about like all the horrible shit, all the bad shit. Like, yeah, like it's part of life, man. Not everything is good. Not everything is like beautiful. If somebody says like, oh man, you gotta be chipper. No, dude, there is such a thing as toxic positivity. Some things suck and it's okay. But you don't have to dwell on it. You don't have to sit there and just acknowledge it. Like, and you know what? Tomorrow's gonna be better. And it did get better. Slowly and surely, time helps everything. And like you just have to be able to reflect on the good. When you're down and out and it's just you and R2 and a fucking Subway foot long, just keep thinking of the good times. It'll get better.
Dude, that works for me because it was also myself and R2 sleeping in the Wrangler.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah, dude. It was
when you can shove everything you own into a 2-door Wrangler, you don't have a lot.
But dude, like once I was like, I started, every day got better. It really did. Every day got better now. Like you solve one little problem. Like, fuck, I gotta make sure I separate these accounts. I gotta make sure I fucking take care of this. Like, and everything did take care of itself. I had to start working. Everything worked out. Divorce, not always easy. Any sort of like traumatic life thing is not easy. But when you're committed to doing what you need to and you start looking at the positives, it's a lot easier. So I've seen other people that just like, they don't get out of the truck, like at some point you got to ask for help. At some point I asked for help, and being in somebody's spare bedroom doesn't always feel good, but it's a lot better than the fucking truck in a Walmart parking lot. Let's just
fucking A.
Sure. Yeah.
Especially in Crestview. Those people are racist as fuck though. Just knocking on your window. Excuse me, sir.
Ryan's over there. My guy owns Crestview. Shit.
Yeah. I was about to say, like, it must be a day where I get to appreciate everything I have by talking to you guys. next time I'm sad, I'm just gonna like, hey, you guys want to hang out and tell me stories about how shitty it was?
Can we go buy some store brand Pop-Tarts and then we can hang out?
Dude, the shittiest fucking thing as a kid is seeing every fucking cool thing you want to eat.
I didn't touch a Lunchable until I was in my 20s.
Hey guys,
Right?
I bought
Right, dude?
I bought some
was-
off-brand cereal and some Mickey's 40s.
Bro, I used to
fucking
love
letdown.
Mickey's.
Yeah, such a fucking letdown. Off like just Lunchables. Oh, gotta get the pizza Lunchables. I'm like, fuck. God damn. Timmy and Robbie, they're living the good life.
Well, see, like Ryan's been, all around the valley, the city of Fenwick's. And
Yeah.
yeah, there's those times like you go to like Scottsdale or like, the Tempe parties and you're like, you guys have like name brand beers, like the good beers, and then you come out to like the West Valley and it's like, we have King Cobras and maybe some oldie. We'll see what happens. That was the partying out there, It's just,
That's not good quality stuff.
no.
Yeah, I can. When you said oldie, I felt the beer shits.
Yeah.
And
It was really bad when you got way out there and they're like, we got Steel Reserve. And you're like, no.
That's where the UFOs hang out.
Yeah.
Those
Oh,
are the
yeah.
easiest. Those are the easiest people to probe.
Where's the party? It's at the base of the white tanks where we see the lights. Come on out.
There's a subset of Americans. that
Later, we're going
have
to go
that.
swimming in the canals.
Hey, man, fucking, me, Jerome, Mike, we're going to get some Steel Reserve, fucking hop trains down to fucking the junction. Yeah, just hang out there, get drunk, and get broke. What? That's a thing? Yeah, man, it's fucking awesome.
Gray aliens, illegal aliens, what's the difference? As long as we're getting probed. Welcome to Arizona.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, man, ain't nothing better than a good probing. Tell you what.
Dude. Now I'm like, I mean, I lived everywhere. So I lived in the South, redneck Riviera, but I never even thought to think.
That's a good one.
You got to
I
think
never-
about
I never imagined
I mean, I never thought to
what
think, man.
desert people in America would be like.
Right? Dude, we have our own like special brew of American subcultures, and the desert people. They're a special kind.
the Tuscan Raiders, as some might call them.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
You find
Smell
some
like
real
patchouli.
characters out there in the desert.
Dreadlocked. Fucking
Dreadlocked, yeah.
just weird. Weird, man.
Fucking looks like a Rastafari dude, and he's I'm a rancher. What?
Right,
You know,
man.
like, what?
Oh. Hey, do you guys see that Trump came out with his own NFT brand?
Got everyone.
Are you talking about the
I didn't
baseball card or
touch
the
that.
superhero cards that
Yeah, I did his
sold?
digital fucking
card.
like the AI
collectible card
thing.
things.
Yeah, okay. I heard they sold out in like an hour, which is more alarming than the fact that he was selling those and had that idea in the first place.
$99 digital trading card.
They were $99.
99.
I was gonna make the joke about being 2 Ethereum each, but $99 is still that's pretty insane.
And
for
you know what?
those.
God damn it. Why? Why would
I
you
don't-
buy that?
Because
Why?
this is a simulation.
Why? Like it's to me,
It's not
that's-
actually real.
it blows my fucking mind.
I agree with that.
And it shouldn't blow my mind. It shouldn't blow my mind.
Well, that's the thing is like you think that shit's not gonna blow your mind, and then something new happens, and you're like, all right. Like, but when does the next level become the final level?
I don't know.
Like how
I
far
just
can we keep
That would
pushing
be like
this?
Biden
some
releasing
point-
a line of like kids' toys.
I'm waiting for Buckaroo Biden belt buckles.
Buckaroo Biden. Hey, Buckaroo, come join my club.
It's him riding on the fucking bucking Pelosi. That'd be hilarious.
They're talk bad about my wife like that.
She's a little top heavy to be ridden.
Fucking Snape's what she is.
Her skin
we have a time
folds.
machine. Sir, what do you want to
Perfect saddle.
What's the first thing you do? I'm going back to time. For what? None of your business. Yeah. I need somebody to give me the accurate data of where Nancy Pelosi was back in 1976.
Hold on. Googling age. Make sure this joke is okay.
Wait, are you verifying her age?
Yes.
Yeah, bro,
Yes.
she was good back in 1876. What are you talking about?
So there is a long-standing rumor that Nancy Pelosi was the
Dude, she
belle of
was
the ball.
Born in 1940.
Yeah.
She's pre-baby boomer.
I'm telling you, you imagine meeting Nancy Pelosi as a confident, young, 30-something professional woman. Let me tell you, that's the movie that needs to be made.
That
Well,
actually makes...
here's the thing, though. Like, I can understand that level of aggression being born back then, like coming up through the 40s, 50s, 60s, like when women were really struggling to get their voice, like properly struggling for it. So I get that. But that doesn't explain much for what's happening now.
Oh, it's money. She's corrupt as fuck.
It's all money.
Dude.
Yeah.
Money. She's evil as fuck.
She's actually the oldest living lizard on the face of the planet.
That's right.
That's on the surface.
Right. The subterranean lizards live a lot longer because of the density of the
no
Look,
UV rays.
if I want to be enslaved by a government entity, I'm going to go back in time and meet up with old Pelosi.
Hey, maybe change her. If you can.
There's nothing changing that creature. Just got to latch on and ride it.
If you get her pregnant, if you get her pregnant out of wedlock in the early 60s,
oh, no, they're asexual.
you could do it. And I did the math; the age would be fine.
I did yeah, she was 36.
In
1976.
That's right.
That's insane.
Yeah, bro.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's old as fuck. Why are there senior citizens running the government?
Bro.
That's the thing. Like, everybody else is like, you got to be careful with my grandfather because his mind is shaky. Like, how old is he? He's 67.
Exactly.
And then you got these fucking 70s and 80-year-olds that are fucking running the whole fucking system.
Yeah.
And it's like, do none of you guys get that way? Like, are you just genetically superior to everybody? We got to talk about that. It's just crazy.
We're one White House aide being distracted away from seeing fucking our president walk on stage without pants. But, poop my pants. They forget to give him the fucking
if you wear
shot.
Depends, vote for me.
Roger. Where's the girl? Where's the Cabana girl? Roger.
Maybe it's Cabana boy. Who are we to judge?
Just come out there and
I go to the Philippines every 2 years. Get a new one.
Goddamn. Horse-faced pony soldier.
There's actually
my favorite fucking
I forgot about that one.
Fucking mean, dude. That sounds like something you say in a sex dungeon. Like some large German man named Hans is just fucking railing you.
what it is
That's your safe word. Safe phrases.
It's people our age are sitting in the politicians' offices, and the old faces, people come in and they just program them to go do whatever.
100%.
And they're like, okay, send them. And then they walk out. It's just old people.
Financially, it's all enticing, right? When you get to that side of things and you see what can be made from it. And young people are just as susceptible to that kind of greed and corruption as anybody else. So how easy is that, especially nowadays when your status is hellbent on your finances, and just walk in and be like, do you want fucking 8 bank accounts in the Caymans with these numbers? And it's like, oh shit,
Yeah.
Like, I do. And they're like, just do exactly as I say.
I mean,
You know, yeah,
infomercials
roger
are
that.
basically designed for old people. That is how easy they are to trick. So if you think
Yes.
about how easy it would be to trick someone with actual money and not just like gold stamped bullshit.
23 karat gold Pokemon.
That's right. When you,
Burger King brought it back.
yeah, when you compromise somebody by taking him to an island filled with fucking underage women, be like, hey, yeah,
Oh,
man.
dude.
Yeah.
Dude.
Like, you have a
Shit.
good time? Yeah, man. It was great. Yeah.
Well,
I was
we
having this-
recorded the whole
16.
thing.
I was having this conversation with Luke about Epstein and how he would invite people to his island that had no idea what
Yeah.
was on it or really what he was into, maybe allegedly. But as soon as you show up, the guy's got cameras everywhere.
Yeah.
So he
They're
owns
trying-
your ass as soon as you
Exactly.
show up.
Just
he
make
owns
an
your ass.
appearance.
Yep.
You're in.
Even getting on the
100%.
fucking
Yeah.
where it
that's,
is. That's how
some
that's how
bullshit.
Kevin Spacey started his career.
That's 100% how Kevin Spacey started his career.
Getting railed out by Clinton.
No,
Yep.
Limbaugh.
Both?
It was a gangbang.
Tag team.
Okay. Eiffel Tower.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Horrible.
People are like, Rich Limbaugh's a good dude. Fuck him.
God, man. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's a pretty
It's a really weird.
it's a fuck
world.
situation we have, gentlemen.
How leaders are picked.
You know what we
You
need
like
to do? You know what would make them better leaders? You know, they have
Combat.
the combat. Okay, so first of all, for a serious point before my silly point,
Yeah.
there should be punishments or repercussions for failed diplomacy that ends in American lives being lost.
Yes.
Agreed.
100%.
That'll never happen because they make the rules. Okay, now for my silly point.
At the very least, they have to fillet somebody on live TV.
You guys ever done an escape room?
No.
Yeah, I lived at my parents' house.
Okay, so similar, and that's exactly where I'm going with this. So to humble them, we put them in an escape room, which to escape we'll get to later, and I'm open to ideas. But it is full of off-brand cereals and other stupid nonsense,
Here's a block.
and
of
that's what they
government
have to survive on.
cheese. The key to getting out of this room is you have to eat the entire block.
And they have an adult that brings them food, but it's usually just some cut up hot dogs and ketchup, or
Perfect.
tortilla and
butter.
and cheese.
Yeah.
Tortilla and butter's
Or
pretty
tortilla and
fucking
butter.
great.
Yeah, I know you
Yeah.
guys like the tortilla and butter.
It's good. Like, give them not the flour tortillas. Give them just corn tortillas with no
I
way
fucking
heating it
hate
up.
that. I hate
Yeah.
corn tortillas.
Yeah,
If you heat them up, they're not too bad.
not too bad. But when you eat them cold out of a bag,
My mouth's dry
Bible-
thinking about corn tortillas right
Exactly.
now.
Yeah, or
You
or
could, I
just
mean, you could do
lessen
all
the-
kinds of tests like that. You know, you could
No.
throw them in a house that's, furnished with like 3 dogs and like no helpers, and you have to manage this home for 2 weeks and cook the
And
meals,
then
Yeah.
you can get out.
and then we'll talk about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
Then
know,
you get to go out. Then you get to go outside.
to work
yeah, to go mow the fucking lawn. Yeah.
Yeah.
or any other like minimal or fucking manual labor job, and then you don't get your income. It goes to somebody else.
Yeah, no overtime, but we're gonna work you for 80 hours. There's all kinds of fun stuff we could do to prove somebody's worth.
Did you ever have to do labor to make your folks money?
To get dinner at night, yes. Also not a joke.
It might not be a joke, but it's still kind of funny.
Dude, like my dad just found out recently that the reason his bedroom and bathroom and all his shit was so clean is because I was the one cleaning it. You know, like it's I mean, holy shit, man. Like, and he was just like, "Oh, really?" And I'm like, "Yeah, man. While you were doing your thing, I was the one Cinderelling my ass around here. It was great."
We need more control on who's allowed to have kids. I 100% mean that coming from a fucked up childhood. There should be more, like if a child comes to school battered, like within an inch of their life, there's no reason why a teacher just goes, that kid's a piece of shit anyway.
Like
you're
even,
dude,
even
you
nowadays, like
would
if you
be
show up to school
surprised.
smelling like piss and cigarette smoke, like done out.
That's called
like
the Friday night special.
It's God. Like there's a lot of situations, especially nowadays that, I mean, shit, back in the late 80s, early 90s, that like how the fuck,
well, dude,
how the fuck do you see these things and allow it?
There's this culture. I don't know, and it probably doesn't exist anymore. But this culture of like, well, we don't want to be involved. We don't know what's going on with the family. Fuck that shit. If a kid comes to school fucked up, or like, hey, this kid is like, there's some warning signs here. Get fucking involved. Like, we should have been removed from the childhood home that I was living in, fucking so many different times. Like, nobody does anything. Not a fucking thing, because people have this idea of like, well, we don't know what the parents. Fuck them fucking parents. It's about the kids, dude. Take care of the fucking kids.
I would say the only reason that we didn't really come close to anything like that is because of my grandparents. Yeah. Like they made sure, like every year, like before the school year, my grandmother, because my grandfather, he was an engineer for the state. Like he made decent money, and then he did contracting after he retired and made even more money. And, but that all went to us, so every school year, it was like my grandmother would take each grandchild individually, and like, hey, we're going to take you back to school shopping, and would like make sure that we had outfits and clothing and shit like that. Dude. But if they hadn't done that, nah, man, dude, we wouldn't have fucking had
goodwill,
shit.
Dog. We're flying high on that goodwill.
Yeah, no, that was Dude,
and then I mean, it gets easier when you
thrift stores
are old enough
king.
to get legally hired. Because for a long time, like I said, I had a job at 15.
Yeah,
which
so did I.
You're supposed to only work certain hours with consent of parents. Dog, I was closing at Burger King, man. Like
I was actually closing at McDonald's.
Brown kid just fucking flipping burgers, like fucking. I'm just happy, thriving, living my best life. I was like, fuck yeah, I'm getting shoes. I'm getting paid, dog. And then my manager, the big time manager, found out they were having people come in, and they're like, "You're how old?" I'm 15. You're fired. What?
You're not fired. You never worked here.
Exactly.
You snuck in through the back, you shit.
This motherfucker had another kid take my check to me. He's like, "Hey, don't show up to pick it up. We'll have somebody send it to you." I'm like, all right, man. Fuck that dude. I went back and worked at Dairy Queen right after that.
No, I did the same shit at 15. Like, got a job working at McDonald's and go to school all day and work there until it closed.
Yeah, dude. Fuck yeah.
Yep.
You gotta make ends meet for yourself, dude.
That's what it was.
That's the thing that I'm like, I get it. This is a kind of a weird bylaw, but I still think having children should not just be something that you can just willy-nilly have. Like, you should have proof of income. Like, I don't know. I'm sorry. Like, yeah. I think there's too much harm, too much damage comes when somebody that's not mentally stable, somebody that's not financially stable, has a kid and like chooses to bring kids in this environment.
See, the mental thing is more important to me than like how you are financially at the time, because I know people that are mentally good, they're set, they're just maybe don't have that drive yet. And now kids on the way, they find that drive, they go get a good job, and they, that's fine. But if you're not mentally competent enough to just take care of yourself, and I say that with great caution, right? There are numerous situations out there, but like if it's an abusive kind of thing,
right? It's so case by case that it's hard to make legislation on that. There's just no way. And would you want the government to? Because
here's how we do it.
If the government is in charge of who can procreate, we're getting to future milk area.
Here's how we do it.
Yep.
So here's how we do it. There is at the age of 18, there's a bio lock that gets put in your balls.
Mm-hmm.
And in order for you to be able to procreate, you have to go to the government and show you have X amount of money and pass a whole battery of tests. And then,
it's going to become a kid tax.
If you fail to be a good parent, the bio locking device explodes and destroys your junk, so you can't have kids ever again.
Okay. It's non-invasive.
Yeah.
It's innovative, and it's fair, and I like it.
Still castrating me.
I'm in for 180,000 for 25% of your profit.
I mean, think about like the fucking shitty problems with that one. Like, maybe you were good and then you just lost your job because of the fucking downturn
Yeah.
of the economy, and like
You better fucking hustle,
fucking
dog.
3
There's
million
Uber,
dudes have their balls blown
fucking
off.
DoorDash.
And just like shit,
Dude, I don't want to hear it, dog. You want your balls? Get a side hustle.
It sounds like Squid Games. Speaking of Squid Games, the
Mind
old
games.
man, the architect of the Squid Games,
Yeah.
the actor, I
Yeah.
guess he got
Spoiler.
charged with sexual assault.
Yeah, dude.
Oh, did he?
He was a creeper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, okay. I think that, in this country, if you're sniffing kids and you're old and senile, it's okay.
Well, if you're white.
Ryan,
you're
we're not
white-
supposed to laugh at that.
And your family has
Oh,
a
shit.
legacy of being corrupt pieces of shit.
Yeah.
There's thresholds that you have to pass. Your son has to do straight up crack.
Yeah, your son has to actually like not only do crack, but like have videos of him doing crack all
Yeah.
over Twitter. So-
And then-
With the
and then
Ukrainian
also have
government
videos
officials.
of him smoking Parmesan because he thought it was crack.
Oh my god! Imagine being so fucking shitty that you're a fucking
Imagine being so stupid
a cheese
that you defend that.
addict.
And you defend that. Hey, everybody has struggled with that. I'm like, no. But I'll freely admit all the things I fucked up in life, but
Yeah.
I've never become a crack fiend. Or
Imagine
fucked my
having
brother.
a
I've
kid
done-
that's a straight crack
brother's
fiend,
wife.
and you fully support legislation throughout
Yeah.
decades of service to your country to completely lock people up for nothing.
Yeah,
Dude, that's fun, isn't it?
I mean, that's the American dream right there.
God. He doesn't do the devil's lettuce.
Dude,
first
I've-
off.
Have you guys seen
He's
Andor?
much more high class. Seen
Not
what?
all of it yet. Not all of it yet.
Seen which
I'm
one?
on Andor.
No, I canceled my Disney Plus subscription to get back at somebody. It was a mistake.
Who touched you? Walt Disney. Walt Disney's head.
It was Bob Iger. Ooh. Can't say that.
In the episode.
Roll credits.
Cut the feed. Cut the feed.
Oh, who said that? Mickey, no.
Fucking South Park in this bitch real quick.
Oh, get over here, you motherfucker! You know who's bus bro, you piece of shit!
Saying you could do that? Oh, no.
Mickey, no! Mickey, no! Oh, Bob Iger's a goddamn saint! Oh, he's gonna bring us back! Bring in the dog!
Like those.
Tear his goddamn balls off! Oh, God!
I'll fucking do it again.
And that's
Jesus
how Security
Christ.
Hall got canceled. Don't worry. I've got like 75 different names for
This
different
episode's
podcasts.
going to be on our new Patreon.
Oh, God.
And for our
Got
next
it.
segment, words you can't say on the air.
Bob Iger's sweet, sweet, swollen pussy.
Man, salty and throbbing.
Oh my god, the camera fell. What's happening?
Bob Iger
Did somebody say salty and throbbing?
Wow.
Your dog.
Charlie, you're so pretty.
She's the most beautiful girl in the world.
She get
Say hi,
groomed?
Charlie. Our audience hasn't heard Charlie in a while.
No, what? Why is that? Did you remove her voice box?
No,
Oh, please
she's been a
don't.
good girl. No, she's tired. She's very
No.
for din-dins. Say hi, Charlie. Oh, that breath. Oh, that smells worse than Bob Iger's pussy.
Well, he does have a personal douche boy.
How many times can we insult Bob Iger on this podcast? Listen. I'm just saying, if there's ever been an Antichrist,
Oh,
it's Bob
God.
Iger.
Oh, God.
what Disney has done to Star
It
Wars.
was foretold in the book that he would have a
Dude.
sweaty, salty man pussy.
I'm just saying, Andor is a phenomenal series that you all need to watch.
That's what everybody
Yeah.
said. I haven't gotten
I've
a chance
heard
to
it.
finish it all. But I'm with Greg. I'm about to cancel that because the content isn't there for me.
That's my problem. But it would be cheaper for me to subscribe to Disney Plus for one series and just like binge it over a weekend and then just cancel my subscription until 3 years later Mandalorian season 4 comes out, because season 3 was the Book of Boba Fett.
Yeah.
So
Unless to get Gina Carano back on.
Nope, not gonna happen.
yeah.
No, I'm not gonna do that.
Impossible.
She's with Ben Shapiro now.
What's
She
the
is.
name of that platform?
Daily Wire.
Daily Wire.
Is that
Yeah.
worth
Yep.
it?
I don't
worth it?
fucking know.
I don't know.
It's a little too
being-
it's a little too partisan for
Being of
me.
your skin color and wealth, we kind of assumed.
Whoa!
Sorry.
Hello, my name
Whoa.
is David Ryan Cunningham. 3 names because I'm that more important.
Wow.
David Ryan Shapiro. I changed my
Patient-
name.
Patiently waiting for the anti-Semitic joke so I can cancel all of you.
No, that we're not
Not
going to do. Not going to happen. We've
We
all
don't
seen what
cross
happened
that
to Kanye.
line.
That is you can say whatever you want to say. You're again. We know what really happens in the podcasting world.
Overlords.
Podcast world is controlled by one race of people. One race only.
Lizards. Subterranean lizard people.
Subterranean lizard people. Can't go against them. Can only support them.
What is the Rick and Morty thing?
Right.
It's like
That's why I shove carrots down fucking mole holes.
they call them chuds.
Oh yeah, cannibalistic. The real chuds, cannibalistic human underground dwellers.
Yes.
It's a good
Yeah.
movie, starring our very own Mark Hamill. No big deal. Look it up. It's a good movie.
Have you guys
Okay.
played the new game yet? I'm trying to remember the name of it.
Who's in My Mouth Part 2? The electric.
No, that
Boogaloo?
one came out last year. I'm talking-
Nightcrawlers?
No, it's the it's made by Squanch Studios. It's the fucking Rick and Morty.
Oh,
Oh,
one.
it's a VR one, isn't it?
I think they do VR, but I've been playing it on the old Xbox because that's all I have.
Is it good?
So far it's fucking hilarious.
Damn.
High on life. So like the first gun you get is Morty. It's Morty's voice. Like, and
That's
you
pretty
try to
awesome.
shoot people, and he's like, "Come on, man, just stop trying to shoot everybody." You know, it's fucking hilarious.
Dude, that
it's
sounds
fucking
amazing.
hilarious, dude.
Yeah,
Hey,
it's
we
great.
should stream that next year.
let's
Denny?
do it.
I
Yeah,
want Denny. I want you to go through it because
Yeah.
I'll just beat it on expert mode in like
Yeah,
5
no big
minutes.
deal.
But
Yeah.
no big deal.
Yeah, no.
No, it'd be hilarious
Let's
to
do a
stream that
little
on
teaser.
Twitch next year.
So next season starts off January 1st, and we're launching another podcast. So right now you know us as the guys, part of the team of Security Halt. Next year we are launching a whole new podcast. It's titled ILG, which stands for I Love Grandpa, or I Love Goose, or I Love Goon, or
I love Greg.
Whatever.
Indiana
Yeah, I love
Nobody
Greg.
else is gonna say it.
Whatever you want,
ILG
to
to
be.
stand for.
Yeah.
It's whatever you want it to be.
as long as it starts with a G.
Yeah, that's it. It was originally supposed to be I Love Grandpa. I think our long-standing listeners remember that. But we had it underneath the Security Hot banner. But now, since we've made so much money from selling my used underwear on Poshmark, we can afford to have 2 different podcasts. That's right. If you have $36 a month, you can publicly air something and have people listening to it. So I'm doing it. ILG. You can't stop us. Can't stop, won't stop. Our first guest on ILG is none other. Well, I'm not gonna spoil it.
Don't
What?
spoil it.
You have a guest already that I don't
We
know
already have a
about?
guest. We
Okay,
have a
I don't
guest.
want to know. I don't want to know until we get there. So don't tell me who the guest is.
Don't worry about it. It's going to blow your mind. It's by far one of the greatest heroes of all time.
Walt Disney.
No.
Okay. I thought maybe we went Frozen.
No, he's still frozen carbonite.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a beautiful thing about science. They had enough foresight to freeze his head and penis just in case they could cure the cancer. was ravaging his body.
Is it that guy that always smacked my burritos with his spatula in Afghanistan when he was done making them?
Close. Fuck. Yeah, you're right on the cusp of it. It's real good.
Really?
Yeah.
Don't try to guess. Don't do that to yourself.
All right. I'll give you a clue. He was running from you in an objective. He roll dived, lost his sandal, and we thought he perished.
Oh no.
Yeah, I found him.
Damn, dude.
Yeah.
Well, that's one war crime that we've avoided. And by we, I mean me. And by me, I mean the ground force commander. I just sell the bombs. He buys them.
No, that dude's dead. He's dead as fuck.
Oh, fuck.
Kill the feed. Kill the feed again.
I did find his remaining son.
Let's get the story straight. He was running towards the objective that we were on, and then his shoe fell off. And it may or may not have looked like something nefarious.
Oh,
no, they were all bad. They were all bad.
He was a bad dude.
Thank you, Taliban Twitter, for confirming that I'm not a war criminal the next day.
Oh my god!
I still follow Taliban Twitter.
Do you really?
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
Elon hasn't banished all of them yet.
Taliban, the same.
You just have to be a journalist.
Yeah. No, the same dudes that we followed. We still follow him on Twitter.
How's he doing?
Someday. Living his best life.
I would imagine now that things are much better for him.
Oh, he's here in the States.
Oh.
Yeah. I shit you not.
That's wild.
Yeah.
Free speech,
San
though.
Francisco.
Free
Lovely
speech.
Life. Loving life. He has
San
a husband.
Francisco is a good place to go.
Oh my
Like, to poop on
god,
the ground.
wouldn't it be cool if he got killed by a robot dog?
It would be. But I don't think so. He's a lot more mild these days. He's settled down. He has a husband named Jerome. They have a beautiful vegan restaurant. Hoping to have their first adoptive child the next summer. He's doing good.
That's
He
the
did
American
say,
dream.
Tell Ryan next time. Next time.
What does he mean by next time? Like next time we
said
see
you
each
did.
other? Okay. Are we going back?
You tell Ryan. I'll find him. Dude, that's the next romantic comedy I'm waiting to see.
Oh my god!
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Oh, my eyes hurt from crying.
It's time for nappy.
Well, thanks, guys, for telling me that all your sad stories and hardships that really just lift me higher on the pedestal.
Hey, dude. I look back now, and I'm like, man, like that little dude, he made it through some shit, some awesome stuff in life.
Yeah, you guys were living life on expert mode.
Dude, when I look back, man, it's like I'm not sad about it anymore, and it doesn't haunt me like all the horrible shit we went through. Because I was like, the true healing comes from understanding that like all that doesn't define you. Didn't like I'm not. I used to say that like all that pain and all that abuse was like, oh, thank God I went through all that. That's why I made it through SEER school. That's why I made it through deployments. All the hard things. No, dude, like I'm a good person. Statistically, everybody likes to think that if you go through all these hard things and you're surrounded by these horrible predatory people, like you'll become one of them statistically. But no, look at us. We're thriving. We took care of our trauma. We're working on it every single day. And like, yeah, we didn't have fucking awesome trampolines growing up, but you know what? My kids will. And they'll be fucking good little kids and they'll enjoy life.
And you can put sprinklers under them and they can enjoy the joy of having a sprinkler under the trampoline.
Yeah.
I did do that for my kids.
Yeah. As long as
See,
Uncle
look at
David
you
doesn't
guys.
come over to try to piss on them.
Yeah. It was a fucking dream.
Dad!
He gave me $100 bill
Damn
and
it.
said, don't say anything, but I don't know what to do.
Damn it, Doom. I told you to stay out of the backyard.
No. I need to learn. This is how they learn.
Oh, man.
Throwing
The-
urinal cakes out.
Man.
Oh, it's been a great
It's like
episode.
a new
This is a great
supervillain.
improv
Yeah, impromptu.
episode. Brought to you by Chris Jackson. If you're in Northwest Florida and you need your Christmas lights still put up, you should get hold of my friend Chris Jackson. Chris is a veteran with amazing electricity business. We'll go with that.
Electrical.
Electrical business. Yes, thank you. You see, when Chris was a young boy, he didn't think about normal dreams. No. He thought about having his own electrical business. And here's why. You see, in 1983, during his first Christmas, his family lost power. His father couldn't fix the issue, and his mother didn't have arms. So young baby Chris waddled outside, and with his tiny baby hands, he fixed the fuses in the panel, bringing electricity, warmth, and joy to their house. And from that moment on, Chris Jackson knew that he was a man born to work with electricity. So if you're looking for that type of dedication and commitment for your next electrical project, get a hold of my friend Chris
It's like
at
fucking Die Hard for toddlers.
342-2050. That's 334-342-2050. I think that's way too many numbers. Let me try that again. 334-342-2050. That's Chris Jackson at Chris Jackson
Wait.
Electricity.
Why do you say the phone number like that?
Yeah,
I
why
don't
do
know.
you say the phone number?
Three
I
numbers, four
Four
numbers.
numbers.
Yeah, I'm just, hey, look.
This isn't Europe.
Yeah.
Or
Would you
email
put-
him at chrisjackson92 at AOL.com.
+1 602.
Look, bottom line is
the
if
country
you live in
codes in
Northwest
it.
Florida, in Crestview, Freeport, Destin, Fort Walton Beach, hell, even Shalimar, you should be calling Chris right now for your electrical needs. The man has been doing this since he was a child.
For a
I
small
would say
fee,
that
he'll
much.
bring out his R2D2 robot that he found on a beach.
Yeah, that's true. He doesn't know it was mine, but now
It's
he will
rescue.
because he listened to this episode. And also, are you looking for new swag? Perhaps a lovely new hat or a cool t-shirt of an American hero? Well, head on over to triplenickel.com. Check out all the wonderful swag they got there. And if you like what they have, use our code Security Hot Podcast for 10% off your purchase. That's like fucking $37
Almost 10%.
and a nickel off. I don't know math, but Greg does. And he's assured me that the math is sound.
It adds up.
Use that code. You will get money off. All right, folks. For this episode, this has been Danny Caballero, Doob, and
Greg.
we wish you a happy, jolly, Merry Christmas. Bye, everybody.